Hi everybody, very excited that you will be joining us next year at one of our amazing schools with your kindergarten children. I'm going to talk to you for a minute about social emotional learning in the kindergarten classroom. To start, we do have a social emotional curriculum, Caring School Communities, that we employ K through 8. And that's a pro-social curriculum, meaning we teach the skills that we expect students to show one another. That's the teaching side. But the other side of kindergarten is there's a lot of play. There's a lot of opportunities to sort of grow into the student that you're going to be in the future, and you do that through experimenting. You do that through making friendships, going through difficulties with friendships, and learning how to mend them. And the teachers are there to guide students through that. Some of the ways they do that in the kindergarten classroom is through opportunities to have choice. So sort of pick where you want to be and who you want to be with. And of course, there's playing on the playground. It's an important part of the day. Kindergarten students get multiple breaks and multiple opportunities to be outside and to play with one another. And guess what? They're gonna have disagreements. They're gonna get upset, and we're gonna help them work through it. And that's a part of kindergarten, and it's a wonderful opportunity. You can make friendships in kindergarten that last a lifetime. So it's great talking to you today. And no matter what you decide, you're gonna make a good decision because we got some great schools here in Salem.
Salem Public Schools, one thing that we really work on is fostering a love of reading and writing. And in doing that, we have done a couple of big changes. One of them is creating a diverse library of books across all our elementary classrooms. So we have spent a good amount of time really building the library to reflect every child and every family in our schools. When we think about our students coming in at kindergarten, we know that this is the time that we open the doors for reading and writing. We are a district that says, how do we engage all students? We really work on opening the doors to love books and making sure every child has a book in their hands that represents who they are, and so that they can really open the doors to reading. On top of that, we work really strongly in building a writing life and making sure our children know that they are authors. And we do that by finding ways for them to tap their own stories and be able to help them put that in writing.
An important foundation we build in all of our kindergarten classes is a love of learning. Kindergarten communities are built by developing shared understandings of what it means to learn and grow. One way we foster this love of learning is by engaging students in developmentally appropriate hands-on activities. In the kindergarten curriculum, children learn about the natural world by asking questions, following and tracking weather patterns, growing plants, and even designing and exploring solutions to problems like how to protect a teddy bear from the sun. In math, the basics are taught and reinforced by using math manipulatives like counting cubes and pattern blocks and math talks between and among small groups of students. To learn about the human-made world, kindergarten teachers teach about our local community while infusing social justice standards grounded in identity, diversity, justice, and action. At Salem Public Schools, we work closely with families to develop this love of learning so that our graduates become lifelong learners and contributing members of our ever-changing society.
At Salem Public Schools, we recognize that our youngest students benefit from a hands-on learning experience. When you walk into any of our classrooms, you'll see our students with hands-on manipulatives, board games, math, blocks, everything. The list is endless. We pride ourselves in creating movement breaks throughout the day for outdoor play and learning. We also provide opportunities for our students to work collaboratively in our centers-based learning experiences in literacy, math, and science. When you add this with the wonderful specialist offerings in music, art, and PE, you know your child is having the whole child experience here in the Salem Public Schools.
In preschool and in kindergarten, it's really important that students have an opportunity to learn self-help skills to grow and become more independent. In both at the Early Childhood Center and the pre-Ks and in kindergarten, students learn independent skills in many ways. They have opportunities to have choice, They have opportunities to learn through predictable structures and routines. So the same thing that happens one day will typically happen the next day, so they can be prepared and count on that. They have many opportunities for independent play where they learn to share and make decisions to get along with other children. Students also learn to become comfortable managing their own clothing, their own jackets, their own backpacks, and their own supplies each day, putting things away in their cubbies. They share materials with each other, so they have opportunities to learn how to take turns with each other, taking care of themselves, and also learning how they can help to take care of each other as needed. Ultimately, these opportunities build a chance for students to build their self-esteem, because naturally students want to be independent. They want to take care of themselves. And in the end, when they can learn that they can do that, it builds their self-confidence.
Students coming to Salem Public Schools have different needs and readiness, and we at Salem Public Schools, we embrace students and their differences. For example, students who are learning English and students with disabilities, they all have equal access to content, and they receive individual supports in all schools. And all students in Salem Public Schools are supported through what they need and differentiated instruction to experience their first time coming to school.
Family engagement is an integral part of a kindergartner's day. So it's really important that parents and teachers communicate with each other a lot. The district has set up Parent Square, which is a fantastic tool for both parents and teachers to keep that communication going. In addition, there's lots of opportunities to volunteer. So you can be on the PTO, you can be on school council, you can help but not be part of a committee. And all of that is so important for your child. And it shows that there are two-way communication with everybody, and everybody feels like part of the team.